Hello, this is Pinkietessa's A to Z of London. It's G for Greater London House. The GLA is located on the Hampstead Road near Mornington Crescent Tube Station. It is one of the best known Art Deco buildings in London. The building began life as a cigarette factory called the Carreras building. Don Jose Carreras was a Spanish nobleman who moved to London in the 1820s. Cigars were big at the time and fast becoming the name of the game. Carreras supplied members of the Victorian Society, including the 3rd Earl of Craven, creating for him a special mix called the Craven Mixture, eventually becoming a popular brand, Craven A. A very ordinary black domestic cat spent hours curled up asleep in the window of Don Jose's Wardour Street shop. It was known as the Black Cat Shop. The House of Carreras logo duly became a black cat, which was registered as a trademark in 1886. The Black Cat cigarette brand was introduced in 1904 and was the first machine-made cig manufactured in Britain. Sorry! By the 1920s, the Black Cat brand's popularity was at its highest. Craven A was introduced in 1921. Carreras had outgrown their factory in the City Road, and a new factory was in need. The construction of the Black Cat factory, as it became known, began in 1926 and opened in November 1928. Built in the 1920s, the building design was influenced by the mania for Art Deco, all things Egyptian because of the Tutankhamun tomb discovery in 1922, the Carreras cat logo, and pre-stressed concrete, a new technology. With all those influences, how could this building not be a gem of its period? It did, however, create a bit of a hoo-ha, as it involved commandeering a large portion of Mornington Crescent's communal gardens, thus ensuring the borough's guidelines for planning regulations were much tightened in the future. The Egyptians' worship of a feline goddess in the ancient city of PAZL explained the 8-foot kitties guarding the entrance. They were cast in bronze and remained in position until 1959. Sorry! The building measures 550 feet long. There are a further 10 black cats' heads moulded into the facade. Mr. Porry, the smashing architect, wanted to combine the best of British engineering and contemporary aesthetics. The interior had 55,000 vast metal plates built into the floor, creating 9 acres of super-duper space. It was believed to be the largest reinforced concrete building of its time and claimed to be the first British building with air conditioning and a dust extraction system. The Carreras employees were unusually provided with on-site welfare and a factory nurse just in case they started coughing or wheezing a lot. Cigarette, anyone? Steady on! Firing on all cylinders, the factory at its height could produce 1,400 Craven A cigarettes a minute, becoming one of the most popular fags in the 1930s. The building survived the Second World War, but not declining profits, forcing Carreras to sell the building in 1959. 4 years later, in 1963, Camden Council took over the property for office space. The council, in their wisdom, renamed it Greater London House, duly stripping it of its grandeur. The Art Deco style was superseded with a council austere rubbish look. The giant cats flanking the entrance were removed and stored at other Carreras buildings. One was shipped overseas, Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord. The other moved to Basildon and became an Essex cat. Sorry! In 1998, it was sold for 42 million, with another 6 million spent restoring it to its former glory, an Art Deco famed good looks. It took a year, during which time the 10 cat plaque faces were manufactured and reinstalled along with a new Carreras sign. The facade and columns were decorated in various colours of the deco style, red, blue, green and white. The 8-foot cats were found living on iams and jumping through the undergrowth, enjoying themselves. They were put back in place to guard this now award-winning restoration, plus a Civic Trust Award in 2000. It was sold on for a mammoth £145 million. Wowee whiskers! Sorry! After years of council municipalisation of the worst kind, the building is home to a myriad of businesses, some well-known, some not. But it is smashing and reassuring to see it come full circle with the winning smile of Art Deco back on its facade. This has been my G for Greater London House, or the Black Cat Emporium.
Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and Pussycat knows.
So said Tom Jones, rather wisely.